What's going on, guys? It's Clutch Plays here, and as much as I hope that I could come out with something positive to start at the video, I just can't. We've lost our last 5 games, and even though we've played relatively good teams, one of the games was versus the San Antonio Spurs in New York with DeJounte Murray out. Also, the same Spurs team that had a good amount of their players just unfollowed the team Instagram, and they were also coming off a pretty significant losing streak. But we didn't just lose, we got blown out of our own stadium. This is just getting worse and worse as the days go by. Having all these veteran players who are on 1 or 2 year deals is not worth it when these are the results. Even last night versus the 76ers, Kevin Knox is getting a DNP. Yes, our first round pick of 2 years ago is getting a DNP, even though this team is clearly nowhere close to competing. Tell me why this makes sense, because playing veterans who will have no affiliation with the team in a year, heck, maybe even 15 days, is so smart. I just don't understand it, to be completely honest, but what really needs to happen is come December 15th, the Knicks should have multiple trades ready to go where they send away their veteran players for young players and picks. In this video, I will be going over 5 players on the Knicks who need to be traded as soon as possible. Also, I will add a possible trade scenario and what their value on the market will look like. So with that said, let's hop right into the video. Number 1, Marcus Morris. Marcus Morris is playing amazing right now and genuinely having one of the most unexpected breakout years. This season, he is averaging 18 points and 6 rebounds while shooting over 50% from 3. He is ranked 2nd in the NBA behind Matt Thomas, who is playing less than 10 minutes per game for the Raptors. So technically, among all rotational players, he ranks 1st in 3-point percentage. Every year around this time, there is that one team who's struggling from 3-point range and is looking for someone to fill that void. It happens every year, so expect a playoff team who is struggling from 3-point range to try and trade for Marcus Morris. One team that would be the perfect fit is Portland, since their power forward and small forward depth is pretty terrible right now. Also, they have Kent Bazemore, who's on an absolutely terrible deal and is about $19 million per year this season. So if we complete a trade with the Blazers, it's likely we can get a 1st round pick or Anthony Simmons in return. Finally, this trade would be great because it opens up minutes for Kevin Knox and Ignas Brazdeikis at the small forward position. Number 2, Alonso Trier. Honestly, I'm so sick of what the Knicks are doing with Alonso Trier right now. He's had a few incredible games, but then he plays one bad game and he's benched for the rest of the season. Already, this is bad enough, especially when he has so much talent, but it's even worse when he's on a 1-year deal. He should be playing, but if the Knicks don't plan on playing him, then you have to trade him. The other option is sit him the entire season and let him go in free agency, because he is definitely not going to sign an extension to sit on the bench again. The Knicks loved him coming into the season, so much so to the point that they started him, but something changed and they decided it's best to play Wayne Ellington over him at times. Did you see his 3-point shot last night? Incredible stuff, Wayne Ellington. Since Trier is benched and on a 1-year deal, the Knicks aren't fattening up the pig like they're doing with Marcus Morris, rather they're starving the pig. Every bit of value that he had before has been cut in half because of the fact that he's not playing minutes on the 2nd worst team in the NBA. With that said, in return from a win-now team that needs bench scoring like the Rockets, Blazers, or Timberwolves, we could possibly get a pair of 2nd round picks, maybe a 1st if we throw in a 2nd round pick as well. Number 3, Reggie Bullock. Bullock has not played a single minute with the Knicks, but we know for sure right now that what we don't need is another veteran shooting guard or small forward taking away minutes from Trier, Dotson, RJ, Knox, and Ignas. He had value on the market last year where he was traded for a relatively high 2nd round pick from the Lakers, so there's definitely a team out there who will take Reggie Bullock's non-guaranteed contract in return for a 2nd round pick. Maybe the Magic, who ranked dead last in 3-point percentage. Number 4, Bobby Portis. Bobby Portis helped the Knicks get their first win of the season versus the Bulls a while ago, but ever since he's kind of been just there, I guess. He hasn't really done anything special since, and really hasn't done anything terrible as well. The reason that he is on the list though is because 1, we could get some possible picks or young players in return for him. For example, if the Magic want a power forward with a team option to fill up the extra cap space that they got from Mozgov leaving, Bobby Portis would be the perfect option. If a trade were to be done though, the most the Knicks are probably getting in return is a 2nd round pick. Next, the Knicks should do this trade because there are a few great power forwards in the G League that deserve a chance in the NBA, like Kenny Wooden. This should be done now because if he's not brought up soon, another team will for sure pick him up. Number 5, Alfred Payton. Payton was pretty incredible to start the year, but got hurt and has been on the bench for a long time now. At this point, it's hard to tell if he's actually hurt or just sitting behind DSJ and Frank though. The Knicks need to execute a trade for Alfred because he definitely will have value on the trade market, especially after how he played in the Knicks' first few games. Also, there is no way that we can have Alfred back in the point guard position picture, especially since the Knicks have no plans of competing this season. The Knicks need to figure out the point guard position, and having Alfred there will be minutes thrown away in a dumpster. In return, we probably won't be able to get much, but there will definitely be a team out there who wants to take Alfred in return for a second round pick or a young player. Tell me if you agree with me on why these 5 players need to be traded, and if it was possible, I would add a 6th trade, which would be a multi-person deal including Fizdale, Dolan, and Mills to the Nets. Also, do you guys think that any of our veterans should be traded? And do you guys think that Julius Randle should be traded as well? Personally, I have a lot of faith in Julius, especially since he's shown the ability to want to learn and improve with his teammates, so he should just chill for now. This is a rough time, but at least we're sticking to plans somewhat and actually have something to look forward to in the future with RJ, Mitch, Frank, and Kevin. Now with that said, next I'm going to be doing an early season review, so be on the lookout for that. And now I'm out, and peace!